got an A4 sized piece of paper here, cold pressed watercolour paper, very textured, very nice, and I've taped it down with some masking tape just so that it won't buckle. And I've got my masking tape here, and I've decided that I am just going to put bits of tape all over this page in any direction, because I'm just going to paint over the top. So it doesn't matter how you put your tape, you don't even have to think about it, which is great. Put it randomly on the page. Okay, I don't know whether you can see that. Can you see that? My Meiliang watercolors. I've got a big round brush, and I'm just going to pick some of my favourite colours and just randomly put them on the page like this. Painting over the tape, not worrying that the tape is there. Just want to get this colour down. These lovely colours on the page. Oh, this is fun. Okay, so I'm going to go for a purple as well. This purple in, maybe a stronger purple. So you're just layering up, getting some lush colours down. You could even use the same colour, so you could use a blue, but you could use a navy blue along with a sky blue. I've left some white spaces. Don't know whether that's a good thing at the moment. We'll see.
Got some lovely bronze metallic paint here, and I'm just going over, like I did with the pink, just randomly. I'm actually filling in those spaces that I'd left, those white negative spaces, letting the paintbrush lead me, and just flicking it around the page, not worrying going over the tape. And then when I've completed that, I've got some lovely bronze acrylic ink and just dotting that across the page. I love this ink, it's so lush to use and really easy to apply because it's got like a little dibber thing. So I've got a selection of pens, and I'm just going to make some patterns, initially going around the acrylic ink, just circling around that, and that makes that pop out. As you can see it's so much better once you've put some black ink around it. And then I'm looking at the page. I've got a white gel pen here, and I'm just making some marks, some little round marks here just across that pink paint, and some black lines here. So I'm just looking at a page, each individual section, and just alternating with the black pen and the white pen, and just making some shapes on there. This kind of art is great when you really don't know what to do. You know you want to do something, but not sure. You don't want to actually paint something. So this is just a bit of doodle fun. You're just going with the flow. Just whatever pops into your mind, you're just going to put down on the paper, shading through different areas and just adding different patterns. So it's just a little bit of fun, just to keep your hand in, really. I hope you like this. If you like this, maybe you'll consider liking and subscribing. If you've got time, leave me a comment. That would be brilliant to hear from you. See what you're up to, whether you're going to try this. I particularly like this white gel pen. It's so easy to use and it feels so nice. It just glides across the page and you can really see it. Sometimes white gel pens, they're difficult to see depending on the background that you've got. So adding some more dots here into the space, just bimbling along, having some fun, just enjoying my time. I think because the page has been sectioned off into smaller little sections, it feels a lot less intimidating having these small spaces to fill in. They're just easy to manage, like bite-sized little art pieces that you can do as an individual. I mean, I'm using a uniform kind of patterns and the same colour pens. You could really go wild to town on this. You could really get some vibrant colours, do sections differently, each section differently, whatever floats your boat really. So just go and just look at what you've got and just be creative. Just do what comes out of you. Love the metallic ink. I think it's worked out really well. Love the circles, all the dots all over. You can see the shimmer as the light hits them. Also like all the squiggly patterns that have been made by the paint and then by the ink pens on top. Sort of reminds me of the surface of a planet. I don't know what you think. What do you think this looks like?
Continuing to fill up the spaces with lines, dots, squiggly little patterns, going with the flow. Once you've done one, you move on to the next. You can even leave it and come back to it. There's no problem. So if you think to yourself, well, I haven't got that much time, you can pick it up, start it, put it back down, pick it up, start it, put it back down. That's the great thing about this kind of art. You don't really need that much time to do it. You don't need that many supplies. You can utilize what you have. And if you haven't got a vision of what you want to do, you can just go with the flow. Whatever comes to your mind, you can put it down and just see what happens. It's a bit like an exploration, just trying to find out what you like, what patterns you like, colours, etc. When you're happy with the way your painting looks, then put down your pens and then you're ready to tear off that tape. This is so exciting to see what it looks like, so let's get going. So I've used a hairdryer to heat up the tape. If I didn't do that, then it would just tear the paper underneath, and you'd be quite upset if you put so much tape on and then all you're getting is a torn piece of paper. So just peeling it off now. It's been heated up by the hairdryer and you can see these lovely shapes. I think that looks really, really good, the way that you can see the individual shapes. And you could either keep it as it is, or you could maybe cut it up and have those little shapes, maybe use them as a collage or something like that. Well, it's been lovely spending time. See you soon.